Guys, it's a special day for the channel today. We finally got a fellow Englishman on. Who am I with today?
With Remzi, working at the Funky Village in Cambodia.
Big up Remzi. Remzi is working at my favourite hostel in Siem Reap. I've gone to this place 3 times now since 2017. Sick party hostel, Funky Village. How long have you been working there, Remzi?
So I've been there about 2 weeks now volunteering.
Nice.
But I've come out here about 4 weeks ago for the Khmer New Year.
What is the Khmer New Year?
They're just spraying the water guns, so the big old water festival.
Oh, they do that here as well.
Yeah, so we literally going in the trailer, went around all the Siem Reap, and literally just squirting guns at people.
Sick.
Big old buckets of water just getting chucked at you. But mate, it was one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah,
it's such an experience, bro.
It is mental. How long did it go? Is it like 3 days?
Yeah, it's a 3-day event here. Was you out here for it?
I've done Thailand a couple of times.
Yeah.
Songkran in Thailand it's called.
Because some of the places, like in Thailand, like Koh Phangan, the islands, because they ain't got much water, it's a 1-day event.
Oh,
but on the mainland, like here, and on the main, like Krabi and all that, it's a 3-day event. So it's just 3 days of carnage, mate. And then obviously at night, they got live music, it's big stage in the middle of the street and that. So, bro, it was,
It is sick, such a sick event. Do you know what? I fucking hate though, guys. I'm turning into a bit of a Scrooge about Songkran. But by day 2 or 3, you've finished for the day, you go home, have a shower, you're fresh again, ready for the night. You literally just step out your hotel, some little 8-year-old with a bucket of water just drenches you.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
I'm telling you, man, them lot love to get us Westerners wet. I'm telling you, bro, they love it. It's brilliant, man. It is a good.
Yeah, but we love getting them tyres wet as well, though, boy. Remzi, whereabouts are you from in England?
I'm from West London, brother.
West London. Go on. Where are we talking?
So like, it's Greater London. So if anyone knows Watford, it's literally just below Watford.
Okay.
Like, and the barrier of Hertfordshire, London, all that stuff.
Hertfordshire, yeah.
Yeah. So just around that way, because you go 10 minutes from where I am, you're in Hertfordshire. You're in
nice.
And all that. Yeah.
Tell me, or tell everyone, the best thing and worst thing about living in England or London.
Oh, that's a great question. You know what the best thing about living in London is the fact that it is so diverse. Like it is diverse, you know. You walk down the street, you will see someone from somewhere different background, something like that. So I got like that's very good. And also the fact that, you know, you can make something of yourself in London. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it has its problems, but you can make something of yourself. If you really try hard, you work hard, you can have a life. Do you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
But then the other side of that is like, it's getting harder and harder to make a life for yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Why so?
Because like, they say that the average person, I feel, especially in London, on the average wage, struggles to really actually live. Do you know what I'm saying?
Cost of living there.
Yeah, so like, the opportunities are massive. You can go there, London, so much money to be made, but it's just getting that opportunity. Do you know what I'm saying? And then when you're in London and you're not on that wage, it can be a bit tough, you know. It can be a little bit tough. But I love London, man. It's one of the biggest cities in the world. And I always tell people, like, make sure you come visit London. Like, as much as people might slate it, come visit it, because it is a lovely place, bro.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I respect that. Yeah, I do like I think I give England a lot of stick sometimes.
Yeah, we all do.
Since I've been living, it's a very British thing, actually, isn't it? To just insult ourselves.
Yeah, which I completely do understand. Like, you know what I mean, wrong? Like, and everyone has their own experiences growing up.
Yeah.
So I completely do understand that. But I just think we are very lucky in London, in England in general. You know, our British passport, we can go pretty much anywhere in the world with that, you know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a lot of benefits to being a Brit, man. I can't lie. Yeah. There's a lot of benefits.
Fair shout. How old are you, Remzi?
Oh, I'm 27, bro.
27.
Yeah.
We were talking a bit yesterday, guys. Remzi reckons he wants to be settled down by 30.
Yeah.
Is that a?
I'll be honest.
Talk me through it.
Do you know what it is? It's one of those things like that. All my mates back home, they're kind of settled down already. Yeah. And I didn't want to be like that. I don't want to be settled down, but I also know in my head that I didn't want to have kids. Yeah. I didn't want to have a family, and like I'll be honest, I don't want to be one of them old men with my children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think 30, 35, that age, a perfect time to find somewhere that I've travelled in to settle down. Yeah. And then also find a missus, have some kids, but still be young enough to enjoy it as well. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. What about yourself? What do you think? Do you think you're going to settle down?
I think I'll end up. I've always been in my whole life. My mentality's been wait until you're like mid-30s.
Okay, yeah.
But I think I'll end up settling down young. I've met a girl that I'm into right now, and I think I think I'm gonna have kids with her.
Oh, swear.
I don't know, bro. It's early days, but I've never been with a girl before where I've thought like that.
Yeah. Well, then you got to run with it, G.
Scary, man. I will run with it. Do you know what's your opinion on this? A theory I heard before.
Yeah.
Because obviously, how many like marriages, how many relationships end up in breakups and stuff? I don't have a lot of faith in it these days. Someone said about having a kid with a friend. Instead of someone you're like romantic with, just doing it with like a friend who's a girl who you've known for years. Go on, what's your opinion? I find this interesting.
It's an interesting opinion, and I can see why some people might say that's a good idea, because there's no emotion involved.
Yeah.
There's no you don't argue with each other because you're friends, and friends look out for each other and this, that. But me growing up without my dad, right. I think that, and seeing other people, having a close-knit family, I know it doesn't always work out, and I get that.
Yeah.
But if you can make it work and have your mum, dad loving each other and having children, I think that's the best recipe to raise a child.
Sure.
And because I think that, it's hard for me to kind of see two people being friends and raising a child.
That's a really valid point.
Yeah, it could work. I'm not saying it couldn't work, but in my eyes, I maybe call me traditional, but I just think it needs to be that love there, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to really, if something bad happens or making decisions, mum, dad, that love each other together, I feel like they'll make the right decisions for that child, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But bro, you know what? The fact that people are even talking about that, it's a very interesting point, very interesting.
It's just the thing that just really scares me, and it happens a lot, is like parents poisoning their children, like brainwashing their children into disliking the other parent when things go wrong. But you got to take that risk, I guess.
You do, and mate, do you know what? Again, it's hard to say, because we haven't had children, we haven't been in that relationship where you have to make those decisions and this, that. But I like to think if you choose the right woman and the right man, that if you even split up, for the sake of the child, you'll make sure that the child knows that the mum's good and dad's good. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want your child growing up thinking one's a piece of shit and one isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's it. When you're choosing your mate, instead of just choosing someone who's right for you, someone who's got the same kind of mindset when it comes to parenting and that kind of thing.
I think it's as well, Sam. When we get to our age, like that.
Oh, your age, bro. I'm a bit younger than you, man.
So I have to put someone else in my bracket. Sorry. No, when you get to my age, though, that whole meaningless having fun and meaningless dating, it's not the same as when it was when you're younger. Like you said, when you're getting to my age, you're starting to look for that partner, that mate, that proper one. So yeah, man, it's decisions, bro.
If I told you have to get married or you have to find a life partner tomorrow, would you have an idea of who the girl would be already, or?
No, I wouldn't. But I know what type of girl I would want.
Nice.
But I don't know who she would be. I haven't met that yet. But I know what type of girl I would want.
She doesn't exist, brother.
Don't tell me that, bro. Don't get my hopes down.
Nice. Okay, then worst part about living in England? What do you hate about it the most?
Oh, the worst part. You know what? Yeah, I'll be honest. It's how miserable people can be in England.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you come out of Southeast Asia, and I think it's because back home there's so much wealth, but there's so much poverty that it's such a big gap that people can't really trust each other back home. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's interesting.
When you come Southeast Asia, everyone's kind of, especially Cambodia, I've noticed,
in the same boat.
Everyone's in the same boat and on the same playing field. So if I'm struggling, we all struggling. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I met a guy because traveling here a couple of weeks ago. He hitchhiked through the whole of Southeast Asia. Right, sick. He said he tried to do that in Europe and England. No one would pick him up, nothing. But here, because everyone, like I said, is in the same boat, he's struggling to get around, they go and help him out. Yeah. And that's what I really noticed coming out here, is that, we might be a bit more wealthier, or a lot more wealthier back home, in terms of money, but in terms of pride and family values, and just values in general.
Community, right?
Yes, that's the word, community. Cambodia and East Southeast Asia, the culture. Yeah, man, they're together, man. They're together.
I always notice it. I say it a lot, but every single time, the poorest countries that I go to, it's always they have the I scratch your back, you scratch my back mentality. Man. Everyone eats.
Yeah.
It's almost like communism, but without the communism.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
What communism is as an idea, kind of should be like that.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Exactly that.
Nice. What have you learned? Anything you've learned since being away about yourself or about the world?
About myself, I feel like I was one of those guys when it comes to traveling. I was always one of those people that was like, I could do it and I'd enjoy it, but like, what am I missing out back home?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to miss out on big celebrations? Am I going to miss out on things? I play rugby back home, rugby games, this, that.
Oh yeah.
And then when I finally actually took a step to travel and I came back, I realised, bro, I missed nothing. There was nothing I actually missed. I might have missed a couple birthdays and a couple big wins in the rugby game and stuff like that, but I didn't actually miss anything.
Yeah.
So in terms of actually learning about myself, that I haven't got FOMO as much as I thought I did, fear of missing out.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? And I can happily be on the other side of the world and still be close to my mates, still be close to my family.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like once you realise that, then the world's your oyster, because then you know they're going to be there. They're still going to be there.
You're cooking. Yeah, so fucking true. And also, for me, I go back to England every Christmas, and every time my boys are still the same. They're drinking in the same pub, and it's nice. It's like I've missed nothing. You know, you go back and you catch up.
Yeah. Do you see your family for Christmas Day and that? Like spend time with them on the day and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I feel like, especially if families, they drift apart, which happens if you have a big family, small, it does. But if you can at least try and come back for Christmas, it makes it special. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Christmas, that one time a year, especially in the Western world, it's family time. Do you know what I mean, man? So that's good, bro. That's nice.
I actually find me and my mum are even closer now I'm away. Like we've always been close, but like now we actually have cool shit to talk about.
Bro.
It's like what have you done today? Oh, I've been doing all this like crazy stuff. It's not like, oh, mum, what's for dinner? What times? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Well, you talk more now, probably, than I did when I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my mum wants to hear everything, wants to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Exactly.
And I want to tell her everything as well, bro.
It's nice, man. It is nice.
So nice, bro.
Right, Ramsey, you're fucking good at this, by the way. This is one of my favourite interviews, probably my favourite interview so far.
Bro, I fucking love this, man. That's why I wanted to do it, though, Sam. Like, I like YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. I love that, and you're trying to do your grind, and I love it, man. So
yeah, Ramsey also, guys. As soon as I said that I'm doing this idea, he's like, "That is sick, bro." I like wish me the best. I really was backing the channel from the start. So thank you for that, bro.
Anytime, brother.
Right, I'm gonna ask you now. Pick a number between 1 and 50 for me.
We'll go 38.
38. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who's feeling lost right now, what would it be?
One piece of advice, someone who's feeling lost. Well, do you know what? When it comes to advice, if someone needs advice, I always kind of ask them first. If I was in that situation, if I was in the situation that you're in, what would you tell me? Do you know what I mean? Because I also want to understand their thought process with it.
Right.
So what would you tell me? And then when they tell me that, if it's something I agree with, then I'm like, well, then you just answered that question. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because like a lot of people actually know what they need to do, but it's actually just talking it out.
Just putting themselves into that, yeah.
Exactly. But then if they haven't got the advice, I'll find if you're lost, one, to talk to someone and try and find someone that you trust, you got love for, and that will try and understand you. Because that will help first, just talking it out. Because you might not feel as lost as you might think you are.
Yeah.
And you also might find that someone was in the same boat as you, the same situation, and they've come out the other side. So talk to them and try and figure it out and try and find out. But like when you're feeling lost, so many things can make you feel lost, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Whether it's after a breakup, you lose your job, something this, that. So it's quite a vague for me to say lost, because you have to kind of dive into what's making you feel lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we just talk it out from there, bro. So it's one of those things. Like it's one of those things.
Yeah, let them kind of make the decision for themselves.
Exactly. Because at the same time, I don't like if someone's feeling lost. If I know you well, then I will talk to you based off how well I know you for that situation. If I don't know you that well, I can't make a judgment and give you some advice based off your life. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, if you talk to me and you tell me some stuff, then I can be like, okay, this, that, and then we can work it through together, bro.
That's nice. That is nice. Let's try it. Let's do a test run.
Yeah.
Ramsey, I'm lost. I've just been studying for 7 years to be a doctor. I've been a doctor for 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a doctor anymore. I don't like blood. It turns out I don't like blood and I don't want to be a doctor anymore. I've wasted my life. What should I do?
Well, I would say first, you've done all that training for 7, 8 years. You've been in education for probably 28 years of your life. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a long time to become a doctor. Are you sure that you want to give it up now?
Yeah, I don't like blood.
If you don't like blood, then I will joke around and say, what the hell did you get into this in the first place, bro?
Now I feel more lost.
But then I'll go, what else are you good at? What else do you love doing? What do you like doing? Like, you studied for the last, whatever, like I said, you've been working so hard for this. You probably haven't had much fun. You probably haven't done something that maybe you enjoy. What do you enjoy doing? What do you love to do, bro?
I kind of like cats.
Cats, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, like, you know, you've been a doctor, you like cats. Can you see where I'm going with this, bro? Can you see that maybe you can do something with cats, looking after cats, something like that?
Oh yeah.
Is that something that maybe you find you can do?
I never thought about that before.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, you just talk it out.
Yeah,
bro.
I like it. I like it.
You're just talking it out. I appreciate that, man.
That's hard.
Yeah,
Are you gonna spun me on that?
Sorry. I didn't mean to leave him hanging, people. I didn't mean to leave him hanging.
Right, sick. Pick another number between 1 and 50.
Okay, we'll go a bit lower this time. We'll go 12.
12. When was the last time you felt truly happy?
That's a great question. I'm truly happy was when I come out here for the Khmer New Year. Honestly, that's why, like, because I was supposed to be going home after 2 weeks out.
Right.
And the Funky Village were like, we see how much you love it here. I kept telling how much I love it out here. Do you want to work out here? Do you want to stay with us? And,
sick.
And like, yeah, bro, I was like, I didn't even hesitate. Like, I called my mum. As long as my mum was okay with me being out here, then I was like, yeah. And honestly, I'm truly happy out here.
That's spontaneous shit. I love that. I really love that.
It is, bro. And when you meet guests, and different guests come through, and you're able to give them a different experience, especially solo travelers, and they love it. Oh, there's nothing better, bro. There's nothing better right now.
You are fucking good at that. You're such a vibe as a rep at a hostel.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Really,
I appreciate that.
really. Okay, another question.
Yeah, brother.
1 and 50.
We'll go 48 this time. We'll go right to the top.
Right to the top. Right, let me do this. I don't suppose you know where we are, do you?
Brother, your guess is as good as mine. When you're in the back of a tuk-tuk, you normally let the tuk-tuk man drive. No, brother.
We're just cruising.
Yeah, cruise along, bro.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Oh, the one. Do you know what? It probably is very cliche, but it's because of how much damage it does. But war, man. And do you know the thing about war is, I get greed, I get the money in terms of money and wanting more and more. But like, when you're walking around your own country, especially somewhere like America, and you see how much homelessness there is, how much poverty, and you're like, your defense budget is in the billions.
Yeah.
You just take 2%, 3% of that and pump it back into the economy, pump it back into the homelessness and poverty. What could you do? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I said, war is a problem, but it's the amount of money they spend on war. Do you know what I'm saying? When your country, it's same with England, same with a lot of countries. You have all this defense budget and all this big budget for war, and we don't even go to war that much. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it would definitely be that, because there's too much poverty, but there's enough money in the world to make sure it don't happen.
Yeah.
That would be my thing, bro.
Yeah, nice, wholesome.
Oh.
How long are you gonna stay out here in total, by the way?
I reckon I'll do 4 months out here, bro.
Oh,
like, it's don't get me wrong, I love doing this, but you know, I don't want to drink every day. And like you said, with your whole 10-day being clean, Sam.
Yeah.
Like like we were talking about, it's a mind thing and a physical thing.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so I'll do 4 months here. I'll enjoy myself, and I'm gonna go home. Gonna make some money, and then gonna go to Australia at the end of the year and enjoy that.
Sick.
And like I said, just travel as much as I can, bro. Yeah.
What are you thinking, Australia? Just travel or do some work out there?
Now, I'll do some work, so I'm gonna travel to the East Coast, go fly into Melbourne, or I'll go down to Adelaide, because I met a lovely guy from Adelaide that I want to go see and say hello to.
A lovely guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro, he's a boy, he's my mate. Stop. That's my mate. And then they're gonna go up to the east, up to the top, like Cairns. and then come back, and then I want to settle down, maybe Melbourne, Sydney, work.
Sick.
Hopefully find a missus.
What kind of, yeah, you will, bro, I believe it.
Yeah, my G, thank you.
What kind of work are you thinking? Just for people who don't know about Australia and how easy it is to go and work out there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, when it comes to British people, our passport, we can go there and just work straight away. You ain't got no farm, you ain't got to do nothing like that.
Yeah.
So you can go to the mines, okay, you can go work there. A lot of people do that. Money's been made.
Money is unbelievable in the mines.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable
and then
in
you
the
get
mines.
2 weeks on, 1 week off, everyone flies to Bali. Do you know what I'm saying? So you could do that. It's an option for me.
If I wasn't doing what I'm doing, guys, 1,000,000% I'd be in the mines.
100%.
Unbelievable.
100%.
Yeah.
And so many people like enjoy it, bro. Like it's 12-hour shifts, but you don't feel like you're doing 12-hour shifts, bro.